Hey everyone, Certified High Performance Coach Michelle Weimer here. And I want to thank you for joining me for today's Facebook Live, a little Wednesday wisdom for you. If you're like most in the US, you got a nice little 4-day week because you got a 3-day weekend from Labor Day. So I thought what better time to talk about our life's work than after celebrating Labor Day weekend. So that's what we're talking about today. And there's a quote by David McKay, and he says, "Let us realize that the privilege to work is a gift, the power to work is a blessing, and the love of work is success." And, I really love this quote because I think sometimes we get stuck in the mundane of work, and I get it, like I love what I do for a living, but there's parts of it that I don't love. There's, we all have certain tasks and certain things that we must do within our work that we don't love. But if you're in a job that you hate, if you're going through the motions and you are not really enjoying your life's work, or there's no passion, or maybe you've lost that passion, that's tough. And that's a struggle because, let's face it, we spend the largest majority of our lives working. If you're fortunate enough to work, right? Which it goes back to that thing about being a privilege to work. I see people a lot who are out of work, and that's really a struggle. But, today I'm talking about if you are working and you are feeling less than enthused about your work, that's where we want to go today, because I really want to challenge you to think about that. Do you love what you do? Are you passionate and committed to your work? And perhaps most importantly, are you living your life's purpose? Like, are you living that thing that you feel so deeply and strongly about doing in your life? And I get that sometimes we don't always get to do that. Sometimes we're at transition periods in our life and we don't get to necessarily do our life's work. But if that's you right now, then I would challenge you to find an outlet for that thing that you love doing. For example, if you really feel like your life's work and your greatest passion is in serving others, but you're in a job that doesn't really fit that, like maybe you're doing data entry, well, find a way to fulfill that need to be of service to others. Do some volunteer work when you can. Find a way to have an outlet towards living that purposeful life that you really, really desire. And then in the meantime, find a way to transition yourself. Like, look for, what can I do to get into having my life's purpose be my life work? If you want to have a career that you don't have right now, what would you need to do to have that? Do you need to spruce up the resume? Do you need to go back to school? Do you need to pay off that debt that you have so you can feel free to go and pursue that dream or that goal for your life's work? So I want to just give you lots to think about today, because it makes me sad to see when people are miserable in their jobs. When they're miserable and they feel stuck and they feel like there's no way out, that's frustrating. But here's the thing, I want to tell you, there absolutely is a way. And by choosing to stay stuck where you are, that's a choice that you're making. And I know it doesn't mean it's easy to get out of that space that you're in, or to find a way to live and love the work that you do. But if you are passionate about it and you really want to step into that, then start exploring right now, what is the way? And when those thoughts come into your head, like, there's just no way, push that aside and challenge yourself to move past that. But what if there was a way? Just ask yourself that. Like, when those thoughts come up and your head says, there's no way, challenge yourself to move past that and say, yeah, but what if there was a way? What if there was? What would that look like? And push yourself into that. What would that look like? How could you do that? Because again, true success is loving the work that you do. When, we all have that opportunity, and yet if you're not living it, you're missing it, right? So dust off the old dream. Again, if you are doing your life's work, but you've lost the passion, then challenge yourself there. How can I get my passion back? Like, this is what I thought I always wanted to do. This is what I loved. Is this still what I love? Is there still passion in there somewhere? And if so, how do I get that back? And if there's not, then what do I want to do now? Start to explore that. And next week, I'm going to give you some really specific things to work on. So I want to make sure that you are joining me here live every Wednesday, 2:30 Mountain, 4:30 Eastern. Come and join me, because I want to help you explore how it is you can have that true success, which is loving the work that you do. And, until then, again, explore what would it take, and maybe what am I afraid of? Most of the time when we don't step into challenging ourselves to take on something new or to explore ways to overcome something, it's because we have fear, right? We're afraid that it's going to be too hard, right? That the process of making the shift or making the change is just going to be too hard. I could never do it. It's going to be too hard. Or that you might have to give up a lot. Maybe if you have to go back to school to get a different degree or certification or license so that you can do what it is you want to do, there's a fear, well, I might have to give up all my free time. And I don't want to do that. And so we stop ourselves from looking for solutions because that fear pops up. Or maybe the biggest fear is, what if I do that and then I can't get a job? What if I put myself out there and I don't get to do the work that I want? Well, that fear is really scary, right? Because then that feels like failure. And that outcome that we want, that fear that that's not going to happen for us, or that when it happens, we're still going to be miserable and disappointed. That's real. I get it. And I hear you. But I want to challenge you to move past that. Give yourself the opportunity to do a little brainstorming, do a little dreaming, right? And explore what it feels like, or what it might feel like, to be doing your life's work, to really love the work that you do, because that is success. So until next time, thank you so much for joining me again. Every Wednesday for a little Wednesday Wisdom, you can join me here on Facebook Live. And in the meantime, I want to invite you to go to my site, and you can click on the free gift button at the top of the site and get signed up for the Achieve Success System Starter Kit. Or you can just go to michelleweimer.com/achieve7. Grab that free gift. That will not only give you some really great tools to get you started on having some clarity about your goals and your dreams, but it's also going to make sure that you get notified on when I am going live, and when I have a new post up. And next week, as I said, going to be some great strategies to help you move forward and really explore and get some clarity about this concept of living your life's purpose. And so I, again, encourage you to do that. You can go to michelleweimer.com, click on the free gift button, or just go straight to michelleweimer.com/achieve7. So until next time, again, this is Certified High Performance Coach Michelle Weimer. Thank you so much for joining me today, and let your life's purpose be your life's work. Love it and live it. Bye for now.